Entertainment and pop culture. Top 10 movies of all time. Number 10. The Dark Knight, 2008. Directed by Christopher Nolan, follows Batman, Christian Bale, as he joins forces with District Attorney Harvey Dent, Aaron Eckhart, and Lieutenant James Gordon, Gary Oldman, to combat crime in Gotham City. Their efforts are threatened by the Joker, Heath Ledger, a chaotic and ruthless criminal who launches a wave of terror across the city, challenging Batman's moral code and pushing Harvey Dent toward a tragic transformation. As Batman confronts the Joker's brutal tactics and the city's deteriorating faith in justice, he is forced to make profound sacrifices, ultimately taking on the mantle of an outlaw to preserve hope for Gotham. With its intense action, complex moral themes, and Ledger's iconic performance, The Dark Knight redefined the superhero genre and became a landmark in modern cinema. Number 9. Gone with the Wind, 1939, directed by Victor Fleming, is an epic romance set against the backdrop of the American Civil War and Reconstruction. The story follows Scarlett O'Hara, Vivian Leigh, a strong-willed Southern belle, determined to survive the destruction of her family's plantation and maintain her social standing despite the ravages of war. Obsessed with winning the affections of the noble Ashley Wilkes, Leslie Howard, Scarlett's journey is marked by her tumultuous relationship with the dashing and roguish Rhett Butler, Clark Gable. As Scarlett endures hardships, heartbreak, and loss, her resilience and ambition highlight themes of survival and change in a world crumbling around her. Notable for its grand scale, groundbreaking cinematography, and complex characters, Gone with the Wind remains a landmark of American cinema. Number 8. Star Wars Episode IV: A New Hope, 1977, directed by George Lucas, introduces audiences to a galaxy embroiled in a battle between the oppressive Galactic Empire and the heroic Rebel Alliance. The story follows young Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, who dreams of adventure beyond his desert home on Tatooine. When he discovers a distress message from Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher, a captive rebel leader, he joins forces with Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi, Alec Guinness, charming smuggler Han Solo, Harrison Ford, and the Wookiee Chewbacca to rescue her and fight against the Empire. Their journey leads them to the Death Star, a massive space station capable of destroying entire planets. Using his newfound connection to the Force, Luke plays a pivotal role in the rebellion's climactic assault on the Death Star, striking a major victory for the rebel cause. This groundbreaking film redefined science fiction, blending adventure, mysticism, and state-of-the-art effects, and launching one of the most iconic franchises in cinematic history. Number 7. The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, 2003, directed by Peter Jackson, is the epic conclusion to J.R.R. Tolkien's saga, following the final battles for Middle-earth and the fate of the One Ring. As the Dark Lord Sauron mobilizes his forces to crush humanity, Aragorn, Viggo Mortensen, steps into his rightful role as king, leading an army to the gates of Mordor to distract Sauron's gaze from Frodo, Elijah Wood, and Sam, Sean Astin, who journey deeper into Mordor to destroy the One Ring in the fires of Mount Doom. Meanwhile, Gandalf, Ian McKellen, Legolas, Orlando Bloom, and Gimli, John Rhys-Davies, fight valiantly to defend the Kingdom of Gondor, culminating in the Battle of the Pelennor Fields. With hope and resolve, Frodo and Sam confront immense danger, including betrayal and the seduction of the ring's power. Their success marks the end of Sauron's reign and brings peace to Middle-earth, making the Return of the King a a sweeping tale of friendship, sacrifice, and the triumph of good over evil. Number 6. The Shawshank Redemption, 1994, directed by Frank Darabont and based on Stephen King's novella, is a powerful story of hope and resilience set within the walls of Shawshank State Penitentiary. The film follows Andy Dufresne, Tim Robbins, a quiet, intelligent banker wrongfully convicted of murdering his wife and sentenced to life in prison. Despite the brutality and corruption he faces, Andy forms a deep friendship with fellow inmate Red, Morgan Freeman, who becomes both his confidant and ally. Over the years, Andy uses his skills to gain favor with prison guards and warden, secretly working on a plan that ultimately leads to his escape and exposes the prison's deep-seated corruption. The film explores themes of friendship, perseverance, and redemption, with Andy's journey serving as an enduring testament to the power of hope in even the bleakest circumstances. Number 5. Pulp Fiction, 1994, directed by Quentin Tarantino, is a darkly comedic crime drama that weaves together several interconnected stories in the Los Angeles underworld. The film follows a cast of unconventional characters, including hitmen Vincent Vega, John Travolta, and Jules Winfield, Samuel L. Jackson, who engage in philosophical banter as they carry out jobs for mob boss Marcellus Wallace, Ving Rhames. Meanwhile, Vincent is tasked with entertaining Marcellus's wife, Mia, Uma Thurman, which leads to a tense and surreal evening. And boxer Butch Coolidge, Bruce Willis, faces his own moral dilemmas as he tries to outsmart Marcellus after double-crossing him. The narrative unfolds in a non-linear style, creating suspense and dark humor through its unexpected twists and iconic dialogue. Pulp Fiction is celebrated for its innovative structure, memorable characters, and sharp dialogue, establishing it as a landmark of 1990s cinema and a defining work in Tarantino's career. Number 4. Casablanca, 1942, directed by Michael Curtis, is a timeless romantic drama set against the backdrop of World War II. The film centers on Rick Blaine, Humphrey Bogart, a cynical American expatriate who runs a nightclub in Casablanca, Morocco, a haven for refugees escaping Nazi-occupied Europe. Rick's world is turned upside down when his former lover, Ilse Lund, Ingrid Bergman, arrives in Casablanca with her husband, Victor Laszlo, Paul Henrade, a prominent resistance leader on the run. As tensions rise, Rick is forced to confront his lingering feelings for Ilse and make a critical decision about where his loyalties lie. The story blends romance and suspense with iconic lines and unforgettable scenes, culminating in Rick's ultimate act of selflessness. Casablanca has become a classic, celebrated for its enduring themes of love, sacrifice, and resilience in times of war. Number 3. Schindler's List, 1993, directed by Steven Spielberg, is a harrowing historical drama based on the true story of Oskar Schindler, Liam Neeson, a German businessman who saved over 1,000 Jewish lives during the Holocaust. Initially motivated by profit, Schindler opens a factory in Krakow using Jewish labor, taking advantage of Nazi policies. As he witnesses the escalating atrocities inflicted on the Jewish community, led by the ruthless SS officer Amon Goeth, Ralph Fiennes, Schindler's outlook changes, and he risks his fortune and life to protect his workers from certain death. By creating a list of essential workers, Schindler secures their release from the concentration camps, ultimately becoming an unlikely hero amid one of history's darkest periods. Filmed in stark black and white, Schindler's List is a powerful exploration of humanity, courage, and moral responsibility, leaving an indelible impact on audiences worldwide. Number 2, Citizen Kane, 1941, directed by Orson Welles, is a groundbreaking drama that explores the life and legacy of Charles Foster Kane, Orson Welles, a powerful newspaper magnate loosely inspired by real-life figures such as William Randolph Hearst. The film begins with Kane's death and the mysterious final word he utters, "Rosebud." Through a series of flashbacks told by people who knew him, a journalist pieces together Kane's rise from an impoverished childhood to becoming one of the wealthiest and most influential men in America. As the layers of Kane's life are revealed, his relentless pursuit of power, control, and acceptance is shown to be driven by a deep inner void. Citizen Kane is celebrated for its innovative storytelling, complex themes of ambition and loneliness, and revolutionary cinematography, earning it a reputation as one of the greatest films in cinematic history. Number 1, The Godfather, 1972, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, is a sweeping crime drama that chronicles the powerful and complex Corleone family, one of New York's most prominent mafia dynasties. Led by patriarch Vito Corleone, Marlon Brando, the family navigates loyalty, betrayal, and violence in their efforts to protect their empire. When Vito is injured in an assassination attempt, his reluctant son Michael, Al Pacino, is drawn deeper into the world of organized crime, transforming from an idealistic outsider to a ruthless mafia boss. As Michael rises to power, he becomes increasingly ruthless, sacrificing personal relationships and his own morals to safeguard the family legacy. With its rich storytelling, iconic performances, and profound exploration of loyalty, power, and family, The Godfather remains one of the most influential films in cinema, setting a new standard for the crime genre.